Such a beautiful day. Thank you for coming out. And now I'd like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Earl Maxwell.
Thank you for that nice welcome, and thank you all for being here. As George said, it is a beautiful day, and we're here to celebrate a bunch of beautiful people. My name is Earl Maxwell, and I'm with the St. David's Foundation, and you'll have to put up with me for the next 20 minutes or so, but we'll try to keep the program moving. This is our third annual award ceremony, and the others have been just great. Last year we were inside, but this year you can't always expect to be outside in February, but this February has turned into a beautiful springtime. This year, 12 special people, including 3 teams, were selected by our Legends of Life as 2012 Legends. And most of those people are here, and we are thankful for that. And between January 2nd and January 26th of this year, all of Austin and all of people really all over the world through the internet were able to say thanks to these people, and we had thank yous and votes of confidence from literally all over the world. We had them, of course, mostly in Austin, but we had them from Canada and India, Australia, Brazil, and several European and Asian countries. And today, Dave Fendrick of the Round Rock Express baseball team and I are here to announce which of these amazing people received the most thank yous in that process during our Say Thanks Austin event. And we're going to celebrate, as we've said, all the legends by presenting them with pay-it-forward checks to their selected nonprofit organizations. And shortly, I'll invite Mayor Leffingwell to offer his thoughts on today's program. Then after the mayor, we'll get to shine a light on these dedicated individuals who are terrific models of community service and excellent representatives for the great city of Austin and Central Texas that we all love. They represent our community's ordinary but extraordinary service workers. What is that? Oh, okay. I need to quit leaning on that. It gives every once in a while. But what I was telling George and Dave just a few minutes, the people that we recognize are generally unsung heroes and quietly go about doing just the most amazing work. And that's what Recognize Good is all about. And before I invite the mayor, I want to be sure that you have one of these programs, because these programs give a snapshot of the kinds of work and the kinds of God's work that all of these individuals do day in and day out, mostly behind the scenes without anyone knowing that this good work is occurring. So be sure and take these and read about each of these people. So now I'd like to invite Mayor Lee Leffingwell to the podium. And what I can tell you about Mayor Leffingwell is from the very beginning of Recognize Good, he's been a supporter of Recognize Good. And I've been in his office a couple of times asking him to do something to support this program. And every time we've gotten to the maybe halfway through the meeting and he says, I'll do whatever you want me to do. And so please join me in welcoming the great mayor of the great city of Austin, the hub of Central Texas, Mayor Lee Leffingwell.
Thank you, Earl. You know, I have been involved in this program since it began a few years ago. This is the third, as Earl said, this is the third event that we've had. And I'm glad to do it, certainly because it's a great program, but also because it's probably the only thing I've come across since I've been here at City Hall that is totally uncontroversial. Everybody likes it. So I'm honored to be here again today for our to recognize our Recognized Good Legends of 2012. And I want to say that I'm very proud of you. The City of Austin is very proud of what you've done and proud to honor you here today. This year, the legends are individuals who have shown a passion in the following ways. First, helping lower-income families' children have a real Christmas. Offering alternative treatment strategies for cancer patients. Encouraging reading by providing books to young patients as they leave the hospital. Providing fresh hot meals for those who are in need. Improving aquatic facilities and water safety practices. Providing opportunities for special needs children to participate in sports such as baseball and softball, and providing the facilities to make those opportunities work. Teaching life skills and manners and sportsmanship through sports like tennis. Assisting fire victims as they recover from their devastating losses. And raising funds, of course, that benefit all the many charities that we have in our community. Each of these programs and the Recognized Good Legends continue to contribute significantly to make Austin and the surrounding communities better places to live and work for all of us. The Say Thanks effort elevates awareness of the great work that's going on in each Legends organization. And its goal is to generate an increase in volunteerism here in Austin and around the area. Volunteerism, by the way, has increased in just a few years, I think in part because of this effort. Other factors had to do with it. Just a few years ago, we were near the bottom, believe it or not, in the rankings of our peer cities in the percentage of people in the community who volunteered. And I'm proud to say that just a few months ago, those new rankings came out and we're all the way up to number 9 now. So thanks to all of you for making that happen. So in 2011, the first international legend was Devchandra Mohan. I hope I pronounced that right. Dev works for National Instruments in India and volunteers his time in the evenings and weekends teaching young people in India to read. In the 2012 year, we expanded our local footprint to include legends from Bartlett and Bastrop. This year's campaign resulted in legends receiving nearly 16,000 thank yous from all over the entire region. All told now, we have 31 legends in the classes of 2010, 2011, and 2012, 29 of whom are now to be known as Legends for Life. We also honor the 2 other legends, Ms. Dorothy Hodson and Ms. Laura Arona, who have passed away, unfortunately, and they now have the designation of Recognized Good Legends forever. And finally, I want to thank all of the legends, past and present, for all the tremendous work you do for our community. Congratulations to all of our legends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Leffingwell, and thank you for being here. There's one very special thing about Mayor Leffingwell. I mentioned that we tend to recognize unsung heroes and people who go very quietly about doing their work. Most of the mayors of Austin that I've known over the past 26 years were pretty doggone well known before they became city council members or pretty well known before they became mayors. But Lee Leffingwell did it a different way. He was an airline pilot and he retired from that, and he very quietly went about doing work at the Community Action Network and other places in this community, and he did that without any fanfare. And so when he was elected to council and then mayor, we were really electing an unsung hero to lead us in this city. So I just wanted to say that. I went off script a little bit, George, but I hope that's okay. Now we're pleased to recognize our legends from the past few years who are a part of today's ceremony and to make pay-it-forward donations of $250 each to their selected nonprofit organizations. And somebody, where are the envelopes?
I have the envelopes right here. Past legends.
How's this going to work? I'll call you and you can come up as I call you. Kay Gooch, class of 2010, and our very first ever legend. That's historical. That's kind of like being George Washington. I guess that makes her maybe she's the mother of recognized good. Her contribution goes to Bookspring. George Wagner, class of 2011. His contribution goes to the Georgetown Independent School District Partners in Education. But I don't think Georgetown was named after George. But it probably should have been. Steve Barclay. Where is Steve? Come on forward, Steve. Class of 2011. His contribution goes to the Blood and Tissue Center. They've just added a new van to their fleet, so be looking for that. It's beautiful. Very good. Dan McDonald, class of 2011. His contribution goes to the Austin Stone Community Church that's doing great work in this community. Liz Burton Garcia, come on forward. Liz is in the class of 2011 and our Austin legend of the entire year 2011. Her contribution goes to the Sacred Heart Community Clinic. Let's give all of them a round of applause. Eli Apazon. Is Eli here? Come on forward. And his check goes to Partners in Affordable Housing. Thank you. Going through. Thank you very much. All right, now let's give everybody a round of applause. Throughout the course of this campaign, our Austin legends received, as Mayor Leffingwell mentioned, nearly 16,000 thank yous. I mean, that's the power of social media. You know, I'm not sure 16,000 people vote in mayoral elections anymore. I don't know what the number is, but it's not a lot. But to think that 16,000 thank yous came to these people from all over the world through the internet is just amazing. So now I want to ask Dave Fendrick, the president of the Round Rock Express Baseball Club, to join us at the podium to hand out, he's getting to hand out $500 checks to the 2012 legends. Please join me in welcoming Dave.
I just would like to take this opportunity to thank John and Earl and George for allowing me to represent the Round Rock Express at this ceremony today. This is the third year I've done this, and I always have it on my calendar. George has already told me that next year is February 7th, so I'm already looking forward to next year. To put it in the baseball vernacular, the people that are represented here today are the guys that sacrifice bunt in the baseball world. They're the guys that go up to the plate, runner at first base, they got to move the runner over to second. Guy bunts, moves the runner over, and the runner scores. The guy that bunts gets no credit. His name, he's not a home run hitter, he's not a doubles hitter, but he helps the team win. And that's what these people today represent to me. They're the unsung heroes. They're the underpinning of what makes our Austin a great place to live, the surrounding communities a great place to live, and Central Texas a great place to live. So it's quite an honor for me to be here on behalf of the Round Rock Express and honor and represent the Express and honoring you guys and what you do for our community. At this time, I'd like to call up George with the Boys and Girls Club to receive your check. Let me come to you, George.
I do okay once I get scored.
Choice Food for Friends here. Shelley with the Children's Medical Center. Tiffany with AAF US. Jim and Martha with Samaritan Club Center, I'm sorry. And Annie with Best Answers for Cancer. Okay, well, thank you very much. Once again, congratulations to all honorees today.
Thank you, Dave. And now we have a very special and heartfelt presentation to make at this time. And last year, it was actually just before Christmas, we had the loss of Miss Gina Reynolds in a tragic traffic accident. And Gina was a true supporter of Recognize Good and contributed to Recognize Good with her creativity in designing the logos for Recognize Good's Eyewitness Goodness initiative, which launched Recognize Good in August 2009. And we want to add her name to our Recognize Good designation of Legends Forever. She'll be the youngest of the Legends Forever. And in turn, Recognize Good wishes to make a donation of $1,000 to the Samaritan Center for Counseling and Pastoral Care. And here to accept that donation is her mother and my good friend, Miss Nancy Blake, and other members of Gina's family are here as well. And she's the executive director of the Samaritan Counseling Center.
Very much appreciated.
So we deeply regret the loss of Gina, but her memory and her spirit will live on. I never had the pleasure of meeting Gina, but I've known her mother for a long time, and I'm a parent of two sons that are the age of Gina and her siblings, and so we're really pleased to have the opportunity to honor her. At this time, we'll award donations to the three legends who received the most of those 16,000 thank yous. These three legends will receive both a presentation check and a negotiable check. I guess the presentation check is one of those big ones that you get when you win the Masters Golf Tournament. Well, it's not quite that big. I bet that's almost negotiable. But you will get a negotiable check too. So, this is all a big secret, right?
Yes, it is.
And you're supposed to hand me the names? Because I don't know who won. Dave can be like the guy on the Academy Awards from PricewaterhouseCoopers who comes out. The first of these awards is made payable to the Central Texas Ability Sports for $1,500. And the organization is Say Thanks Austin 2013. And are these the people? Are you John? Okay. And it's signed by the two gentlemen who are representing the organization, John Lurick and Felix Madrid. So please join me in congratulating them. All right. Now I think I know how this is working. This check is payable to an organization that I've gotten to know over the past year. That's one of the beautiful things of Recognized Good, is we get to know about organizations through Recognized Good maybe before we would have otherwise. And this is made payable to the Order of Collins Hope. And they're here with banners and flags. Go ahead and bring your banners and flags up here. This is for $2,500. The memo says, Say Thanks to Austin in 2013, and it's signed by Jeff and Jana Holst. Let's join me in congratulating Collins Hope. This is the $10,000 check, and if Mayor Leffingwell is still behind me, I hope maybe we need an EMT over here, because this is $10,000. And it's made payable to the Order of Just Because Christmas. And Laura Arona cannot be with us today, but will representatives of her organization and her father, Tino Hernandez, please come and accept this. Thank you. No more, that's... As they say, that's the grand finale. So we're winding down. But again, I want to thank Mayor Leffingwell for joining us today. It's not easy to get 30 minutes or an hour of a mayor's time in their calendar, so we really appreciate that. I want to let everybody know that we'll have our first Legend of 2013 ceremony soon, and we look forward with your help to making the class of 2013 another highlight year for Austin. So if you know of someone who could be a Legends candidate, please let us know, because that's how this works. This is largely by word of mouth. We really don't have, we're driven by volunteers ourselves, and so if you know of someone, please let us know. Go to the Recognized Good website and you can figure out how to do that, and if not, call any of us. Also, I want to add that the Recognized Good Foundation will host the 11th Annual Ethics in Business and Community Awards Luncheon on Thursday, May 2nd, 2013, from 11 to 1 o'clock at the AT&T Conference Center on the UT campus. I think I've probably been to at least 10 of the 11 of those award ceremonies, and if you've never been to the Ethics in Business Award Ceremony, it's much like this. It's truly a moving and touching celebration of companies and organizations who are trying to have ethical workplaces and live and talk that, or talk and walk that talk. I got that fouled up, but you know what I meant. So in closing, thank you for sharing all the work that you've done, all the stuff that you'll continue to do. I'm sure our honorees this morning would agree that the small gesture of saying thank you can and does make a big impact. So be sure to go to recognizegood.org and tell the world about a person who changed your world. And when you leave this event, the first thing that you can say thank you for, be sure to say thank you. And with that, I want to thank all of you for being here and taking the time out of your Friday morning and taking the time to do the wonderful volunteer work that you're doing. Thank you.